Welcome to the Invested Central Small Cap Technology Picks for 2010. This is video 1 of 2. I'm Tom Boley, Chief Market Strategist of Invested Central. You can see our first pick is CML, Compellent Technologies, Inc. But before we get started with that, let me just provide our normal disclosures. Invested Central is not an investment advisory firm, and we make no recommendations whatsoever pertaining to the buying or selling of any stocks or other financial instruments. All information provided by Invested Central is for educational and informational purposes only. You should contact an investment professional before you make any purchases or sales of of any financial instrument. We assume no responsibility whatsoever for any losses experienced by anyone who uses our educational materials to make financial decisions. I, or anyone associated with Invested Central, may take long or short positions on any stocks that we mention in our education materials. Please refer to our terms of use at investedcentral.com. Basically, here's the bottom line. We provide educational services. The decision to buy or sell any financial instruments up to you and your personal financial advisor. You assume the risk of loss of any financial instruments you decide to purchase. Before we talk about this chart, I just want to tell you what we did to narrow our universe of stocks for this 2010 list. First, I only considered stocks in the technology space. I further narrowed that list by only including stocks that had market capitalizations between $250 million and $1 billion as of December 31st, 2009. From that list, I did look at a lot of charts, probably a couple hundred, and I've selected 5 that I felt have shown considerable accumulation during 2009 and currently are showing very solid technical characteristics as well. Please keep in mind that Invested Central offers trading ideas based on current technical indicators, and technical conditions change or can change at any time. So as a result, a stock may look attractive to us one day and maybe not so good the next day, so you have to keep that in mind. As a result, we would always encourage investors and or traders to keep stop losses in place to avoid big losses. Now, the first stock on our list is Compellent Technologies, ticker symbol CML. Thing that really attracted us, number one, the stock was struggling. Even though the market bottomed in March and started moving higher, CML did not. It continued moving lower throughout that March to April period and then finally started moving higher off of its May lows. Notice, though, as it got further and further into the year, especially in the last 3 or 4 months, the volume trends really started to pick up, and you can see several. If you look back over the last year and say, okay, what are the top 10 volume days, you're probably going to be looking at 7 or 8 of them at least that occurred just in the last 3 or 4 months of the year. So it appears that CML is being accumulated, possibly by institutions, but certainly there's a lot more interest in CML as it approached the end of year 2009. So as a result of that, we expect this parallel uptrend channel that it's been trading in to continue for at least the near term, let's say the next few months. If at some point the stock does break down below this lower uptrend line, then we would probably need to reevaluate or reassess the technical credentials of CML. But certainly at this point in time, I think this looks like a very solid candidate to perform well in 2010.